Which is, people do say things. Frank and myself going around the country, we get people coming up to us all the time saying, "Hi, I'm Irish too." And then they say, "What part of Ireland are you from?" Angela's Ashes tells all about that, but they seem to forget that. They say, "Oh, I have Irish blood in me." Jesus, really, it's a good place to have it. I'd keep it. My grandparents came over on the boat. Oh, really? They didn't have the road then. So we have all of those. And Angela, the various ethnic groups have their own diseases. The Jews have Tay-Sachs, and the blacks have sickle cell anemia, and the Irish typical disease is respectability. And, my mother came, one of my dopey statements one time was, she came to see this show, The Blackguards, one time, and I said, now listen to this, do you know when people come in and there's an empty seat beside you, and they say, "Is there anybody sitting here?" Right? Dopey statement, obviously. So I said, she came to see the show, she was alive at the time. But anyway, right in the middle of the Blackguards, she stood up and she said, "It wasn't that way at all. It's all a pack of lies." So I said, "Come on up on the stage and tell us your side of the story." "I will not," she said. "I wouldn't be seen on the stage with the likes of ye. I have a good name to maintain." And one time, Frank and myself, when Bob Dylan says, I don't write songs, I write them down, and that's what happened with us and the Blackguards. We simply wrote it down. We were doing it in Chicago one time, and Frank was going gangbusters on one of the monologues there, and he didn't know that a little ginger cat had come out from behind him and was washing itself. And Frank thought it was him was causing all the hilarity, and. So then he realized it was the bloody cat, so I come out and I said to him, "Is that your pussy?" And he went, Frank was a great laugher. You couldn't stop him once he started. And he had a great sense, a terrific sense of the absurd. And one time we were driving up to Pennsylvania. We were going to do something there. And all of a sudden, this winter storm came down upon us, darkness and sleet and fog and snow, and the road froze. And I was going about 70 miles an hour, and I realized I was going far too fast because the road was frozen. And I put my foot on the brake to slow down. Nothing happened. And looming up in front of us was this huge truck. It looked like the side of the Titanic. And I thought, oh, shit. And I said to Frank, "Hold on." Frank said very calmly, "To what?" As we crashed in, we both of us landed up in the hospital. But that was, that was the coolness of it. The years were filled with all sorts of tragedies and tears and laughter. He was a man that was committed. He didn't like institutions very much at all. He was a great anti-authority figure, but he loved the institution of marriage. That's why he did it 3 times, committed himself 3 times. But he finally found the love of his life with Ellen. And the last 15 years, the trajectory was absolutely terrific. And although we had kind of over the years, as fame and acclaim came upon him and all the travels, we all we drifted apart in certain ways, but in another way we came together because the shame, see, a family is as its secrets. And we had some secrets, and they all went with Angela's Ashes, and we joined in a great sort of bonding of love and brotherhood, sisterhood, and childhood, and it was beautiful. And we all gathered on the Sunday some weeks ago when he was in the hospice, and he was dying, and we knew it. And Ellen started a game, because we know that life goes on. And we were doing a word game, and we looked in the room, and he had gone quietly. He died. Oh, very softly, very peacefully, and without any pain. And that was the beauty of it. And that's the way it would be good for us all to go. The bells of hell go ting-a-ling-a-ling for you, but not for me. O death, where is thy sting-a-ling-a-ling, or grave thy victory? If you meet the undertaker or the young man from the Prue, have a pint with what's left over. Now I'll say goodbye to you, for the bells of hell go ting-a-ling-a-ling for you, but not for me. Oh, death, where is thy sting-a-ling-a-ling, or grave thy victory? Thank you.
Yeah, the Amram's coming up.